the National Football League.
On the city's North Shore, this is Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, a good scrap in the AFC North. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ball was teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They're led out by the Colorado and Jackson State products. It's Shedeur Sanders.
People who get stuck on the last name or draft day fall will lose sight of the QB that this guy can be in the NFL. Confidence is a funny thing, especially from the outside, to judge what it may look like, what it may sound like, but I know this. You got to have it to play in this league.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going for it himself. And to the ground he goes, sliding to a stop well short here, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. He's hit before he can get anything on that return. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they'll be led out by a quarterback who entered our league back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State, Mason Rudolph.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
They'll start on the ground. Gallup. And this play's going to come to an end at the 27. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. On the ground again with Dowdle. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Going play action. Rudolph. Has a man downfield. It's Pittman. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Dropping back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Move the chains! We gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's the give to Dowdle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Dowdle again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
On the toss, here's Dowdle. He dodged the tackle. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Rudolph from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Working from the gun, Rudolph. That finds Pittman, complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Now hold on, everyone. There's a Browns player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Setting up the running back screen. And they shove him out. Looks like we got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
2nd and 3 now. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. They'll air it out on third. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he's got him that first down as he hits the deck safely. They're going to be looking at first and goal.
That's another Steelers first down. First and goal.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. It's Steelers ball as we return for the second, and they have to be thinking points here. First and goal. Here's Dowdle. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Gets it again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Give him 4 on that toast. That brings up third and goal from the 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Third down from the gun. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get the game's first points here in the second. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
Browns, nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Tylan Wallace on the return. Things going well so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Working out of the gun. Sanders. That's caught. Here's Quinshawn Judkins. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Browns first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Dump off, caught by his back. And this one does not go far. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Steelers in the dime for this 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. It's caught. Fannin has it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First down. A gain of 14.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Judkins running between the tackles. Running in the red zone. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas. And we see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And he's got a free play here. Caught just shy of the goal line. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 1st down.
So now, following the penalty, here's 1st and goal. Here's Sanders now. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Browns tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. First call here coming from the shotgun. On the play action, here's Rudolph. Chased out to his right. He can run it. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, you kind of know this is going to happen at least a couple of times this season. They catch the rookie there for roughing the passer.
Yeah, I think this coach would like to have a governor. Kind of like on golf carts, you know, so you don't act crazy in a fool. Some of these rookie defenders, I know coaches would love to put a governor on them. A little bit of discipline that just doesn't naturally come for a rookie.
They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Third and long for him here. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get some late points and the lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Boswell to add the PAT. Troubles with the snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Round 7.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Browns and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Handoff now to Judkins. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
On 1st down, here's Sanders. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. get down and don't take any extra contact.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's third down. Third and 14.
Third down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. Sanders going to look to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Buck. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Steelers taking over on offense with halftime rapidly approaching. They're up by 7. Let's see if they choose to rest on that and just go into the locker room. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need 1 more here on 2nd down. There's a dive up the middle. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. On 1st down, here's Rudolph. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they could try for some points going into the break. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Boswell able to knock it through. And that will push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. Here's the final play of our first half. Final throw before the break. He lobs this up left sideline, looking for something big. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Had a two-score ball game here as we resume play. And here is Schmidt to send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. We'll see the Steeler offense first this half as they're headed out now. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll go with Dowdle on the run. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's good for us, Steelers. First down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They're going to try and throw it here. It's a screen play to Warren. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
5 men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. He's got it at the 24. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Judkins out the middle. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Up 2nd and 4.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Another give to Judkins. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line.
The 45-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Another one for Judkins. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Sanders going to throw here on first. Caught by his running back, Judkins. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Sanders back to throw. Big play pushes them beyond midfield. And finally down right along that opposing 40. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Browns first down.
40-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Sanders will keep it. Still has some space inside the 35. And what a big play that was on first down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. To the air, Sanders. Gets it to the 15. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
That's another Browns first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the 2 keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now and goal to go. Judkins. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And a steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
That sack backs him up. It's going to be a long 3rd and goal from the 16. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns start the second half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Browns cut it to a field goal game.
Browns 14.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Steelers offense headed out. They still have the lead, but that touchdown makes it a little close for comfort. So this drive a chance to get it back up to Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Gallo. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They get 22 out of that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Steelers with the ball. They are leading, but not by a lot. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
On the draw, it's Dowdle. Second quarterback run here. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 2.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. On the ground again with Dowdle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 from the 32. Rudolph from the gun. That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
10 yards on
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this 2nd and inches. Warren here from the gun. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
He'll throw it. He's going for it himself. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
On play action, Rudolph. Pressure coming, and he's taken down. The Browns got him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the fourth quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof was a big part of what put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is second down and 18. They send the tight end in motion. Working from the gun, Rudolph. Completed over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Back to throw it. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers make it a 9-point advantage. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler.
Chris Boswell.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Sanders. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down, Browns.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Browns gotta score in a hurry. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Once more into the hands of Jeudy. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Sanders setting the pass. A little of a screen pass for Jenkins. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They'll go play action for Sanders. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Here's Sanders now. Setting up the running back screen. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well.
Holding. Offense.
He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. To throw now with Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Looking to throw it. Catch made left side by Judy. And this is going to be fourth down, Brock. He's out of bounds well shy of what they needed there.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on fourth down. Trying to push deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And they are all the way into that red zone.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on fourth down, it may mean sometimes throwing in the double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
He's got it near the 8. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown! I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game.
That's exactly what this offense was dreaming of when they brought him in as a rookie quarterback, showing off that ability to run. That's exactly what these defensive coordinators are hoping to not see. Yet another dynamic rookie quarterback who can score it with his legs.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, will tie this game in the fourth.
Browns 21.
Down inside 30 seconds now. Their hopes resting on finding a way to get this football. And this kick is covered by the Steelers, who are going to go on and win this ball game. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They're headed out now defending not a 2-score lead, just a field goal advantage here. So wondering, Brock, is that going to affect how they approach a chance at closing this one out?
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. Yeah, I think if it's a 2-score game, it's run, 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 take every second off, and punt that ball. Not now. Now you've got to get to the plays that you trust and believe in the most.
No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. Drawing up the design keeper. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during